Hi Carly, I'm Andrea and I am making the random acts of kindness video, which I will admit I feel kind of silly making because I feel like doing acts of kindness is a part of who I am, and I don't necessarily feel like I should be making a video going, please gift me, I'm really kind. So it just feels a little, I don't know, a little weird, I'll admit. It just feels just a little funky, but that's okay. They're really great giveaways, and I just think it's a really wonderful, wonderful thing to do, to have the ability to just have all these people come together talking about kindness. Because if there's one thing that I really, really believe, it's that in everything that we do and every day that we live, that we really, need to put love into the world. And if you have a positive attitude, and if you just believe in putting love out there and being as non-judgmental as possible, which isn't always the easiest thing to do, definitely not perfect by any means, but that it will radiate out from you, and it will make you a better person, and it will help other people around you because they will feel comfort from you and happiness being around you, instead of feeling like the negativity, or the kind of, it can burden you and really bog you down. And so I just wanted to say thank you. I also really love your videos, and I just think that there's a lot of beauty gurus out there, and I watch my fair share of YouTube videos, and there is one, it's one thing to be beautiful, but it's another thing to radiate beauty and to have an inner beauty that goes well beyond the makeup look of the day. And that's something that you really, really have, and it comes through every single video that you make. And I really feel like doing, I guess, outer beauty isn't, I think it helps us to feel pretty, and it helps us to feel good about ourselves. But if we're not good on the inside, that isn't going to come out anyway. And so you might have some pretty lipstick on, but it's not going to go very far if you're not a good and kind person. And you just seem to be an amazing person, and it just really, really comes out from you. So I just wanted to say thank you for all of the wonderful videos and all of the time that you're putting into this particular giveaway, because this is pretty major, and it's just really awesome that you're doing it. And I'm sorry if you hear background noise. I have dogs, and they're behind me chewing on bones, so they're not quiet ever. But anyway, so you want to hear about my random acts of kindness, and so I think I'll tell you first a little bit about myself, because I think that kind of will help. Oh, there's Riley. I have 3 dogs. That's Riley. He's my really, this guy, sorry, the camera's the mirror image. He is my he just turned 12-year-old Boston Terrier, who in his old age licks floors like nonstop. It's crazy. It's nuts. But anyway, random acts of kindness and a little bit about me. So again, my name is Andrea. I'm from Michigan, and I'm a speech and language pathologist, and I primarily work in pediatrics. I work for the schools, and I work with children 3 and under, and then I also evaluate children 6 and under for program placement, like special preschools or autism programs, things like that. But the services I provide are in the home, so I really work one-on-one with the families, and it's a really awesome, awesome job. It's just one of the coolest things I've ever done, and I love it. But I do work with the poorest of the poor of my little city, and these are a lot of families who are living, on disability, and they get their check at the beginning of the month, and it has to last, and if it doesn't last, then they go without. And it's really hard to see families struggle when they're impaired, their children are impaired, and it just becomes like this cyclical poverty, and it just really breaks your heart. And you have to, well, there really isn't any separating from that. I mean, I go home at night and I think about my kids and I think about my families, but I do try to go above and beyond whenever I can. I think my entire team that I work with is awesome. I mean, they would all deserve a trip to New York, trust me, for the awesome team that I work on and all the work they do for these children. But One particular example is I had a family I had worked with for about 2 years. He was just getting ready to turn 3 years old. When children turn 3, they move on to preschool programming. And they came to our group, and the mom said, "Do you know what today is?" And I was thinking, I'm like, "Is it his birthday?" And she's like, "It is. It's his birthday today. He's 3 years old." I said, "Oh, that's so exciting. What are you guys going to do? How are you going to celebrate?" And she said, "Well, we're not, because we kind of forgot at the beginning of the month to hold back money from the disability checks, and so we're just going to pretend it's his birthday next month and celebrate next month when we can plan more, and then he'll have his birthday. So he won't know the difference." She said, "He won't know," which, I mean, he's only 3. He didn't really know. And that's what they would do. But it just broke my heart. It's his birthday. It's a special birthday, and I really wanted him to have a birthday. So I grabbed a teacher that I work with, and we went to the store, and we got him his own, this little, sorry, my hands go up, this little teeny tiny birthday cake, and we got his name put on it, and the number 3, and we bought cupcakes for his brother and his sister, and we also got, he needed work on his cognitive development, his language development. He didn't have any words yet. And so we bought him a wooden cube toy and some other toys that were developmental that would help him learn, but would be really, really fun for him. And we delivered it to the house, and they were so thankful because now they got to have a little birthday party for him. And that just really meant the world to me that I could do that for them. It didn't really take a whole lot for me, but I know that for them, that money, they needed to go to other things and pay bills, and I had no problem providing that because he deserved it. He was such a good little boy, and we've worked with the family for a long time, and I just was really, really excited to be able to do that for them. And on the weekends, I'm in a weekend rotation at a hospital that I used to work at with geriatric patients. So I do inpatient stroke rehabilitation, brain injuries, whatever kind of comes in the door. That's what I do. And I remember one Saturday, it was the end of the day, it was kind of hot out, I was ready to go home, and I came downstairs, and this man was standing at like the greeter's desk, and I could just tell like something wasn't right. Like he seemed really upset, and the security person was trying to kind of help figure things out, but they are contracted, so they don't really know who the patients are or who's up on the floor, things like that. And so I just thought, is there anything I can help you with? And he said, "Well, I need to find my wife. She needs to see me. She had a stroke and she's at the hospital, she's in the hospital, and I need to see my wife." Well, unfortunately, she wasn't at our hospital. So not only was he scared for his wife, and he knew that she would be scared that he hadn't visited or seen her yet because she had been transferred from the kind of acute care hospital to the rehabilitation hospital, and that can be very confusing for patients. And he just was nervous, and he was anxious, and he was at the wrong place. He couldn't find his wife. And it turned out that she was at an assisted, a nursing facility that has a short-term rehabilitation program that was around the corner from us, is what we kind of figured from some of the information he had given us. And so I gave him directions and sent him kind of on his way and walked out to my car. And I just felt like I needed to do more than that. Like he needed some help. I could just tell he was upset. The woman that was trying to help him, that was, his driver was upset. And I just walked over to their car and I said, "You know what, how about I just drive you there? Just follow me in my car. I'll make sure I go in. I'll make sure that your wife is at that hospital, because if she's not, there's, a couple other places we can look. And then we can make sure that you're in the right place." Because it was kind of confusing once you got on their campus exactly where to go. So he said, "Thank you, yes." Like you could just see it was like a burden was just lifted, off of their shoulders, that somebody was going to help them, because they were just kind of at their wits' end and they were really, really upset. And so I, drove them around and had them follow me and got to the right spot and went in, and she was there. It was the right place. And he was just so thankful. And it just made made my day. I kind of think he might have had some early onset dementia and had some confusion and just really wanted to see his wife and was really scared and confused. And it really made me feel really good that I could help him and get him to the right spot. I can't believe I'm tearing up. This didn't happen like last week. Wow. And then last week I was at the library, and I'm pretty chatty, pretty talkative, as you probably can tell. I'm a speech path, that's what we do. We teach people to talk. And I was at the library, and there was this older gentleman who was kind of holding the door open for me and was making conversation, because I had checked out a lot of books, getting ready to have a baby and just checking out baby books and all kinds of things. So, and he was talking about, that he really liked to come to the library and had a long walk ahead of him. And he was going to what's called the Share Center, which I had no idea what the Share Center was. I just go, oh, okay, have a great day, you know. And I got to thinking, and I'm like, you know, this gentleman's older. He seems harmless. So I thought, wherever he's going, I've got time. I have all day. I'm off today. I can give this man a ride. So I just pulled up and I said, you know, can you show me where the Share Center is? I'm heading in this direction. He goes, oh, it's right on your way. So he got in and, you know, made conversation and was a really nice older man, and I took him to where he needed to go. And it turned out that the center that he was going to was actually a center for the homeless, that he had just recently got his own home again after a divorce and was trying to get back on his feet, and was going back to the Share Center because he liked to see his friends and he liked to work there and to volunteer and do things. And so it made me feel just fantastic. The number one, this person got to talk to somebody about something that he enjoyed, you know, with the library and the books, and that I could give him a ride and save him from, well, was probably a couple-mile walk to the spot that, you know, it took 2 minutes once he got in my car. And he was so nice and so thankful. And I just, you know, it's really how we all need to live our lives, is just being thankful for each other, treating people humanely, treating people like they're your equals. It doesn't matter if they're poor. It doesn't matter if they, you know, might be homeless and might smell a little bad. You know, those things, they really don't matter, because we're all born into this world. And when we're born into this world, we just want security and love. And every single day that we get up, that's what we want. We just want to be treated with kindness, treated with respect, and we want to be loved. And sorry, pregnancy hormones. I am crying over everything all the time. Wow. But that really is the gist of it, is that we just want to be loved. And if we can just love each other and treat each other with kindness in everything that we do, you know, we will feel good. But just imagine how we make other people feel, and imagine what they can then do and, you know, pay it forward to other people. It would really make this world a much happier, safer place. And that would definitely be the world I want to have my baby, you know, deliver my baby into. So I can see on my little counter that I've almost talked for 14 minutes. So I will go now. But thank you again for the chance at this giveaway. This has just been such an amazing thing to do, especially out of your own pockets. And this is not a cheap giveaway by any means, Carly. And I love Brett's channel. The tips that he gives, I definitely will be using to get my pre-pregnancy body back. Actually, I need my pre-pregnancy 5 years ago body back. And I just love when your videos pop up on my, you know, my new, you know, that thing that pops up on YouTube that says you've got new videos to watch, that thing. It's exciting for me to watch the new videos and see the new looks. So thank you so much again. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope that you have a really great time watching all these videos and seeing all these random acts of kindness that people are doing all around the world. All right. Bye, Carly. Bye, Brett. Thanks you so much. Bye-bye.